the divinity that is us, acknowledges and welcomes and honors the divinity that is you. We are so excited to connect with you and to share this very packed hour together with this amazing energy field that we're all co-creating together. Can you feel it? The energy has been coming in very powerfully, and miracles are already happening. Tonight we're talking about change your thoughts, change your life instantly. And I want to share something from Codebreaker.
This is it.
Buddha said, "We are what we think. All that we are arises from our thoughts. With our thoughts, we make the world." So when we say, change your thoughts, change your life, we could even go farther and say, change your thoughts, change your world.
We want you to come into this place where you're really willing to love yourself enough to be in silence, to turn off your phones, to close the doors if there are other people in the home, or bring them in with you so they can experience this too. We'd also like you to have your intention clear, because we do. This is a global gathering. There are many countries represented here tonight, and we want you to have your intention clear that the healing energy that is created, and there'll be a huge vortex of energy around this planet that's created because we're meeting here with this focus tonight, that healing energy is not only used by yourself, your own body, mind, and soul, but it's used for your family, your friends, those you love, and all of humanity. So tonight, with the world going through the challenges it's going through, can you have in your heart, and this will be your way of giving back, it'll be your way of committing to giving your time and energy and love to others. So just think of the people that you know and love and humanity whilst we're doing this meditation, and know that they will be receiving this beautiful high frequency energy field at the same time we are. And even better news, and that is that on a quantum level, when you're watching this replay and you're going through the meditation again, or if somebody can't make it because they're on the other side of the world, when they come in, they'll be adding to this co-creative quantum energy field of healing. That's what I find even more exciting. So if you are ready to move into an event where you will be doing some work, you'll be following my words. Now, we want you to use your imagination. If you're not getting anything, use your imagination. There should be nothing stopping you from getting this and actually changing the way the brain wires and fires, the way the genes regulate, the way your heart and brain comes into this cohesive state. So if you're ready, I'm going to ask every one of you to close your eyes so that you have no outside distractions whatsoever. And take in a deep breath. And in your own time, just organically letting that breath go. And breathing in again, breathing in. And letting that breath go. Allowing your bodies to be heavy in the chair. With your feet firmly planted on the ground, know that you are safe and that you are supported. Allow those huge muscles in your shoulders to drop, just let them drop. Those tiny little muscles around your eyes, allow them to soften and relax. Relax your jaw. And with every breath you take, and every sound you hear. You find yourself going deeper and deeper, more and more relaxed. Feeling so good. Allowing all of the tension, the anxiety, the stress of this day to just leave the body now. Love yourself enough to let it go. Now, using your imagination, when I count to 3, you're going to find yourself in another time and space where an event happened and you felt an emotion and you made the decision that you were not worthy of being loved, where you made the decision that you were not good enough to have the love, the abundance, the life that you really want. 1, and continuing to breathe deeply, and 2, allowing the body now to get excited because it knows it's going to discover an unconscious thought process. And 3, moving back in time, moving back in time. So loving yourself enough to do this. Remember that you cannot create your destiny whilst you're holding on to the emotions of the past. So what was that familiar state of mind that created that emotion that no longer supports you? What happened? Were you a teenager, a small child? Was it yesterday or the day before? Something happened, and you might have said something or done something, or someone else triggered off this familiar feeling of not being good enough, of self-loathing, of attack, of judgment of self. What was the event and what were you feeling? And what was the decision that you were making? Did you decide that you would never have a loving relationship? Did you decide that you were not beautiful enough, smart enough, that you were not perfect? What are those familiar negative thoughts that no longer serve you? What were they? Moving into the unconscious and discovering the stories that you put to the events and emotions that hurt you, or where you hurt someone else. Often it's, I'm a bad person. I don't deserve love, don't come near me. Yes, betray me. Yes, hurt me. What were the thoughts? Now we're going to introduce you to your true self. So we want you to imagine, see, feel and know a column of white light coming in and down and through you, pulling at your feet in violet and purple light. And this white light is the perfection that you are, the wonder that you are. It's your connection to your source, to your divine mind. It is all wise and knowing. And it has no judgments of you whatsoever. It is simply here to love and support you to wake up. So introduce yourself to your true self and admit to your true self who you've been and what you've been hiding about yourself. Remember, your true self never judges you. It can only ever love you. Now say to your true self, I surrender this emotion. I surrender this story. To your true self that is in and around and through you as you. surrendering these emotions and these stories to the perfection and the divinity that you are, that is your true self. And tell your true self, I'm ready. I'm ready to change this state of mind. I'm ready to change these feelings that are so familiar to me. I'm ready to stop attacking and judging myself. Free the body from the mind, from the emotional binds that keep you connected to everyone and everything in your past. And your true self is radiating this white light and love as you declare to your true self who you want to be now. Who do you want to be? So surrender this state of being that you discovered to your true self and ask your true self to resolve those events, emotions, and decisions in a way that is right for you. Surrendering to this infinite mind now, and understand that your true self is real and wants to support you. All right. Take a deep breath and open the door and give it up completely. Give up all of those thoughts that no longer serve you, that are perpetuating negativity, fear, and pain. Your true self is ready to dissolve each and every one of them. And ask yourself, how does it feel to know that your true self is taking these memorized emotions, and thoughts, and stories for you? Ask yourself this: what voice was I listening to when I perpetuated those stories that held me as an emotional captive? Those emotions that I realize I've become addicted to. What voice were you listening to? It wasn't your true self, was it? It was the ego mind voice, who is a master at separating you from your heart, from the love that you are, from your source, from God. And now you're loving yourself enough to allow your true self to dissolve these stories. Taking your awareness into your heart center. Breathing deeply into your heart center. And allowing this connection to your true self to grow stronger and stronger. And then going back in time, again now, to see yourself as a small child in this lifetime. And how would you characterize your attitude toward your true self, your small child? To that little one that lives deep within you, that has been hurt and has known so much pain. If it made a mistake, if your small child was hurt, did it feel rejected, insufficient, not good enough, unloved? Just connect in with this small child that was you. Now reassure your small child. Reassure them that they are loved. That it doesn't matter what they have said or done. They still deserve love, that they are perfect in your eyes. Ask yourself, how can I get my small child, how can I help them feel better right now? This is the child who has known the grief and the trauma, has been on the other end of the judgments and the stories, and has been trying so hard and working so hard. Look into the eyes of your small child now as we correct out of that child all of the beliefs, the programs and ideas that they're not good enough, that they don't deserve love, that they definitely don't deserve money in abundance. Let's correct that out of your small child system, out of you, out of the body now, neutralizing and deleting the beliefs, the programs and ideas that say I'm not good enough, I don't deserve love, love and money don't come to me with grace and ease, and that's okay. I deserve to be punished. I'm a bad person. It doesn't matter what I do. Nothing is good enough. And give you 100% infinite potential to be corrected, to be strong, to know the truth. That you are a perfect divine being. And that no matter what you have said or done, you have always deserved love and support. You have always deserved an abundance of every good thing. That now, right now in this moment, we're neutralizing and deleting the karma between you and anyone who has triggered off those feelings, where you have not been able to come into that place of self-love, where you have forgotten the perfection of who you are, where you've forgotten that your true self is you. Let's also neutralize and delete the karma between you and anyone that you have hurt by a word or a thought or a deed. And moving into the brain, into the neuronal pathways, and correcting out of your habit field any of those beliefs and stories that you have identified tonight that would keep you small, that would keep you from knowing the happiness and success that you have come here to experience. And let's put in a brand new soul agreement, a brand new decision and story that you will live by from this moment forward. I am a perfect expression of my true self. I deserve love, abundance, more of every good thing. And I share my unique and wondrous talents with the world with grace and ease. I trust it's safe for me to be here now. Continue breathing. Breathing deeply. Now, when I count to 3, you are going to go back in time and you are going to change the event, emotion, and decision that you discovered so that you can completely neutralize and delete the emotions that have been playing havoc with your body, your gene expression. Again, I'm going to count to 3. 1. Breathing deeply, and 2. And 3. Going back in time, back to your small child, back to that person, to those events, emotions, and decisions, and completely allow your true self now to change them the way that you want them to be. What are the changes that you're making? Allowing your true self to guide you, to guide your imagination. loving yourself enough to change what happened, even a week ago, to change what happened when you were a teenager or a small child. See the event play out the way you would want it to, or wipe out the event entirely. It's a story. Now moving back into this lifetime, where your heart and brain now have found that natural rhythm and coherence. And feel what it feels like to be love. For that is the truth of who you are. You, a perfect divine being. A spark in the heart of the divine. This is who you have always been and always will be. Becoming mindful now of your old attack stories, of your old way of being. It's your job to be diligent and to know when you're feeling fear, negativity, or pain, so that you can change your thoughts, your emotions and decisions instantly to feel better, to live as a high frequency being showing up as the best version of who you are. Continuing to breathe and allowing this white light to move in and down and through you, your true self. We're going to correct out of your body, your system, the anxiety, the grief and the trauma, not only from these past weeks and months, but from every event that you have ever experienced that hurt you. Let's neutralize and delete all of that grief and trauma out of the body. Just let it go. And any beliefs, programs, and ideas left about the fact that you're not good enough, you don't deserve money, you've never deserved money or love. Let's neutralize and delete them out of the system, seeing them come out and down through this white light and pooling in that violet light at your feet, where they are totally transmuted, healed, and sent back to source. Feel the freedom. Allowing the body now to just breathe deeply for a moment as it revels in the freedom of having changed your thoughts. What does it feel like? Are you smiling? And just for a moment, we will be giving you a transmission of this divine energy. Some of you will feel our hands on your head, others of you can imagine. That our energetic hands are on your head, activating the love that you are. Expanding your experience of life so that you can be more. More love, more joy, more family, more friends, more money, more of every good thing. You've become aware of the choices that you've made, the decisions and the stories that were not loving to you. And right now you're going to make the decision that you will always be mindful of what you're thinking and feeling, what your inner GPS is telling you, and you're committing in this moment to backtracking, to recentering yourself, to staying awake to the wonder of who you are, to stop judging, attacking, criticizing, and to move back into that place of love of self. Continuing to breathe deeply, and you can stretch it out and open your eyes if you want to. And this has been a very minute experience that we wanted you to have. How many of you are feeling like you've made a shift already? How many of you are feeling that you're ready to give up self-critical ideas, that you're ready to live as the perfect divine being that you are? If you're ready to live as the best version of you, you can put yes in the chat.
If you can type.
If you can type, that's right. Yes. Okay, this is a commitment that you're making to yourself, that you are going to love yourself enough to do what it takes to live in this place